Like I'll give you an example. In here, the TikTok, TikTok, yo, quiet meow. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. The way I use TikTok, like the things that pop up for me for TikTok are sorry, I'm just looking at stuff here. The things that pop up for me for TikTok are like science-based, like clips. Here's what we discovered today. Here's what blah 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 blah. Animal type stuff, right? Like safari type. I don't know. Like, yo, look at this lizard escape from 1,000 snakes. Like, all right, cool. Random facts, like, oh, here's like, or stories, or people telling stories. It just shows like a jump game going on. It's like a 3-minute video of somebody telling a story. Like, yo, what was the most insane medical case you've ever had working in the ER or something like that? That's pretty much like what all of my TikToks are. Just because I want somewhat quick. See, like, I don't like the 30-second videos. I don't care. But, like, if you're going to tell me, like, a 3-minute story that I can just watch, like, while I'm getting my son to sleep, I usually vibe with it. In terms of like the addiction thing, I don't think we need to treat social media like we treat other physical addictions. Because then people could say the same thing about video games and stuff. People could say the same thing about video games, because all it is just like dopamine release. So I don't think it's the same way you would treat like gambling addiction. Even though that's a psychological addiction as well. It's not like a physical addiction. It's not like alcohol where it's like you physically crave that, but if you don't believe X statement, then you're lying to yourself. There'd be very few statements that you could reasonably say. I don't know, people give a little help with awareness, like a notification window that you've been scrolling for a second for 2 hours straight. Maybe take a break. Well, I think that's I think that's part of like moderation. I think you have to actively teach your children at a young age how to consume content in a way that's healthy. Like my son has a Switch, he watches stuff on the phone, but he also knows like he would much rather go outside right now and play, right? He would much rather go outside and play, because you just have to like teach him like, yo, this is just what we do when there's nothing else to do right now, right? Like when we're busy.
You've got a friend in me.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Jordan Peterson has some amazing things to say, honestly. Jordan Peterson runs into the issue where he has a lot of good sentiments for young men in general and psychology in general. The issue is like he always ends up going down the rabbit hole a little bit too much by dying on hills that don't need to be... You don't need to die on. He does have a lot of good... He does have a lot of good monologues, though. Like the issue with him being like, oh, this fat person is just ugly, disgusting, and it's like, okay, we get it that like body positivity might go too far in some instances to where we're promoting an unhealthy lifestyle. I get it. Like, I don't necessarily disagree with you. But you don't have to say, like, that's disgusting. And like, you don't have to die on that hill. Who doesn't? Well, when you're talking about somebody that you regularly want to listen to and their whole job is having people listen to them, it doesn't really matter with a who's doesn't type conversation. It doesn't really matter with a who dies on this hill because this person is now influential to the way that other people think and interact. So it matters more when they die on a hill that you shouldn't die on. I mean, I think you should actively like yourself, especially with the things that you cannot change. Right? But I think you should also live as healthy of a lifestyle as possible, and being healthy is attractive. We're biologically engineered to find healthy traits attractive. So it's subjective.
Twinkle, twinkle.
Howdy.
Oh no.
Oh wow, I crit though.
Must be
Your
cursed.
middle
Crit
tower
rat broken.
is under attack.
QC, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. And you can watch he should be held to that. Well, anybody who has that much influence in general should be held to a higher standard. That's why when I'm saying, like, some people die on hills that they don't outright need to die on, right? I think people should feel comfortable with who they are, but I also believe that you should be able to be expected to be as healthy as possible, and that there's nothing wrong with. Not really. So it's like, it's not about a number. It's not about size. It's just like, bro, are you healthy? Right? If you're not healthy, you should get healthy. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I remember when people called Dr. Mike like fat phobic because he was saying that, like, you know, people that were obese need to lose weight. They need to make some healthier choices. And I was like, we're really trying to cancel my man Dr. Mike because he's telling people that are obese that it would be beneficial to their health to not be? Healthy is a vague term. Okay, so more or less you should do whatever in your power to live as healthy of a lifestyle as possible in terms of, like, not being overweight. Not like overweight, because that happens, but like not be what would be classified scientifically as like obese. That would not be a healthy decision. And you should be influenced in a positive way, not a destructive way, but a constructive way. You should be influenced to make healthy life choices. You should try to be your best. If you're not, then you're settling. I agree. I agree. I think there is a situation where people should love who they are, but I also think it's not a you should love who you are regardless. I think you should always strive to be better, strive to be healthier, strive to make better choices, strive to eat better, strive to work out more. I think you should always strive for that, not just settle and just be like, well, I like myself regardless. Like, true, that's good, but
Gold star for you.
I don't think it is a bad suggestion to make choices that ultimately lead you to a healthier lifestyle. And I don't think we should frown upon the culture of increasing our good choices that lead to healthier healthier bodies, healthier blah, 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 blah. Gym culture has become ass. It's because people have started to be more interested in the idea that they work out rather than the actual benefits of working out. Is the crit coming from your acorn? Yes. Now, don't get me wrong. There's people who work out all the time, who are healthy, who just have different bodies, right?
Okay, that was just unfortunate.
Wouldn't bang a bigger guy, but I'm still healthy? Yeah, exactly. But I mean, like, and I mean, BMI is not a scale to follow, like, black and white. There is some people, like, who will carry more fat. There's some people who will just be bigger structured. Like, it's not a black and white scale, but, like, you should know, like, am I at a healthy weight right now? Because that's going to affect a lot of things. That affects how often, that affects your risk for cancer. It affects your heart health. It affects your risk for stroke. It affects a wide variety of things, right? The number one determining factor of your life expectancy generally is your weight in terms of in a lot of situations for most people. So I think influencing people to love who they are but also to make healthy choices is not something that we should ignore. Yeah, love who you are. Consistently try and be better than you were yesterday. Make some healthier choices. Eat better. Eat better food. Try and limit fast food. In poor quality food, right? Not because we want you to look different, because we want you to be healthier. How you look is just generally an indicator of if you're healthy or not.
There is no escaping these magic crystals. Let's go.
Like, don't do it just because it's like how you look. Do it because this is the healthy, like, option for me.
Your middle tower is under
It's
attack.
gonna be loud out there. Twinkle, twinkle. Taste this.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Swoosh. Sucker. You friend me?
Your middle tower has been destroyed.
One more wave and then I'll back. Oh, some of that wind juice.
Your middle phoenix is under
Cardio
attack.
is the most fun thing to exist. I find cardio the most boring and the least productive type of exercise that you can do. I find outright just straight cardio is actually the worst form of working out that you can do. Like, it's just like, just go for a run. It's like, you could get way more done by just literally walking on an incline, which is also better for you. The purpose of cardio is literally just to increase your heart rate in general. But it's usually the worst wear and tear on the body. It's usually the worst wear and tear on the body. It's usually the worst. Yes, your body putting on muscle is generally the easiest way to keep weight off, because what people don't understand is when you carry more muscle, your body needs more calories just to sustain the muscle just in general. So if you carry more muscle, you will always have an easier time with keeping weight off because your body at rest is burning more calories than somebody else who has limited muscle at all. So the people that do cardio all the time, they really have a really hard time keeping weight off after they stop doing the cardio. It's just because you've removed your body's ability to not have a excess or surplus of calories. If you remove your body's ability, if you remove your body's if you remove your body's ability to have a surplus of calorie intake, So my body, for instance, compared to my wife's, I am going to burn more calories in a day doing nothing than she is. I will burn more calories in a day doing nothing than she will burn in calories in a day doing nothing because I carry more muscle and it takes my body more calories just to maintain than hers.
Destroyed a middle enemy tower.
Oh my god, get farmed, idiot.
Get up to no good. Time for the push.
Your team has destroyed a middle enemy Phoenix.
Gold star for you. Let's go. One more wave and then I'll back. They make these my size?
Like, I'll give you an example. If I, like, run a mile today, and my wife runs, like, double that,
Twinkle, twinkle.
GG's. That's a new fridge incoming? Attaboy. Attaboy, Joe. It's stuck. Like, I'll give you an example. If you were to do... Hey, what's up, Mod? How you doing? If you were to do... Jeez.